Everyone hears about day trading versus swing trading when it comes to options, but a lot of people don't know the difference. And so today we want to talk to you guys about this so you can identify, do you want to be a day trader or do you want to be a swing trader? My name is Chrissy
And I'm George.
and welcome to Married to the Markets podcast. So let's start off with day trading because that's what most people really know, right? What is day trading? So George is the day trader in the group and I
Yep.
am the swing trader.
So with day trading is you taking trades on a daily basis.
Hmm.
It's not you have a couple things when you talk about day trading, right? You have day trade where you could be intraday trading,
Hmm.
and then you have scalping.
Yeah,
It still ends within that day.
correct.
So you're either trading off of a 15-minute candle, a 1 hour candle, or you're trading off of a smaller time frame if you're a scalper.
Hmm.
But apart from that, that's what day trading basically is. It's a lot more risk when you're doing day trading, but the reward can be beneficial as well, especially if you're using options trading 0 DTE.
Yeah. And so for me, as the swing trader in the group, we focus more on the higher time frames. So we're looking for the bigger move. The day traders, they're looking for a smaller move. They're getting in, getting out. We're looking for the full move up or down because, we can make money both ways, but it really depends on the time frame. So I personally swing off of like weeklies. You could do monthlies, you could do quarterly, you can go as far as you want. But I suggest swing trading for the busy traders, right? You guys know we have the busy trader blueprint. This is for people that are currently working a 9 to 5 and you can't sit at the screens long. So it's less screen time, whereas day trading requires a little bit more
Yeah.
screen time. And so I just think that if you're now starting out, swing trading can be, I know people like the thrill of the day trade, right? But at the same time, if you don't know what you're doing, you could get clapped up a little bit.
Yeah. So it all depends. It's going to be your availability when you're talking about trading, but you have to decide that upfront. When you're swing trading, it comes with less stress
Hmm.
because you're looking for a bigger move. So you're buying time on your contract. It's less risky, but at the same time, you're not making as much because if you're supposed to go in that same trade on a smaller time frame or a smaller contract, a contract that's ending in 1 week instead of 3 weeks,
Yeah.
then you're gonna be making a lot more money using a contract that's gonna be expiring earlier.
Absolutely. So with swing trading, guys, I prefer it. I just think it's less stressful for me. But let you know that swing trading requires a little bit more capital than day trading
Yes,
because
it
the
does.
contracts cost more. And the reason that you're paying more for the contracts is because you're paying for that safety. You're buying more time on your contract because you believe that it's going to take this particular, time to get there. So yes, it does cost a little bit more, but again, do not let that deter you. Don't let money deter you when you're getting started. Sometimes if you could only start with one contract, then start with one. And as you grow, you can scale up over time, but don't let that stop you. It's just that I personally don't like the in and outs versus I put in my trade. Like right now, we're currently in Starbucks and
Yeah.
we're currently in Cisco and they're banking, right? But those are swing trades. Yes, you could have made a whole lot more money if
Mhm.
you would have bought this week's contract. But when we're swing trading, I don't care if you believe that this is going to go, at by the end of the week. You don't know that
You don't know,
when you're swing trading off a higher
especially
time
every,
frame
yeah.
because you can get chopped up. Things can happen. The news can come out. You never know, right?
Yeah. So, and that serves as a purpose because a lot of times we talk about markets don't go straight up.
Correct.
So, in a sense, on Monday, you could have where it break a level
Yeah.
and it break that weekly, and then, oh, your weekly trade triggers. But the next 2 days, you could have drawbacks.
Yes.
And within those drawbacks, if you have a weekly contract,
Yep.
then you're going to be down significantly. And by the time it pushes up, you're now at break even or you're looking to be in profit, but you have to go way past your entry level. So those are the things that you have to look at versus if you have time on the contract, even on those pullback, the 2 days, yes, you'll be down, but not as much. But now it doesn't take much for you to get back into profit. So when you're talking about risk and the differences, it comes with time frame,
Yeah.
right? And it's also going to come off of risk.
A lot of people are always saying, futures, there's forex out there, there's options. But can you go over that a little bit in regards to options? Because we want you guys to know we do not trade anything else but options.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with the difference with options and futures or forex, options you have a certain time. So you're always going to have time working against you.
Yeah.
Versus with Forex or with futures, you don't have time working against you. You have your take profit, you have your stop loss, right? So with that, there's going to be more liquidity in Forex and futures because you get right out some of the times. It all depends on the asset that you're trading
Mm,
to begin with. If you're trading something like, say, for instance, if you're trading a stock like COS, which is Costco, that doesn't have much liquidity in it. So you trying to get out of a trade is going to be a little bit more difficult versus if you're trading QQQ,
yeah.
you're trading SPY. Those is the same thing as you trading NASDAQ or, you know, say for instance, USD 30, right? Those are going to be liquid. So you could get out of those really quick. Either way you're trading, whether it's Forex or futures. Now, you do have swap fees that you have to pay with Forex, but that's not as significant as if you were supposed to trade with options. Everybody have their own thing that they trade. With options, though, it's more of a time decay per
Yeah.
se. So you have your contracts. You could either choose this week contract or you could choose next week contract. The
Or they
more,
have 0 DTEs too.
right? So the more you go out, right, the less you make.
We wanted to take a quick break and say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Did you know that 80% of the people that are watching this video are not subscribed? And you might be one of those people just as well. And if you are, do us a favor and click that subscribe button and join us on this journey. Watching this video, that means you might be interested in options trading. I'm not sure if this is for you, but I wanted to let you know that George and I have a 6-week mentorship called Married to the Markets. We'll be teaching you everything about options trading and holding your hand throughout this process. If that sounds like something that you would be interested in, make sure you pause this video and check the description because we're going to be putting all the information that you need and to see if you're qualified for this. So if this is something that you want, we would love to have you guys in the Married to the Market family. So guys, let's go ahead and jump back into the video.
Okay. So let me just clarify that. The further out your contract is, the safer your contract is, but the less you make. When you come to zero DTE contracts, they're more risky, but more reward in a sense that when you take that trade, you could be up 30, 40%
Yeah.
within a couple minutes versus if you have 2 weeks out, you may be up 5 or 10%.
That was really gonna head into what I was gonna talk to you guys about, is the differences between day trading versus swing trading. So like he said, just, the time frames on that, truly matters when you're choosing to do option day trading versus swing trading. A lot of people think that you have to have a big difference in skill level. The chart. It's still the chart.
It's still
It's
a chart.
either
Yeah.
you're trading on a smaller time frame or you're trading on a higher time frame. So I never really get the gist of why people say like, "Man, you gotta be really good to be a swing trader." No, it's
You
just
just
the
have to have the
time frame that
patience.
you're yeah, you have to have more patience
Yeah. You have to
because
have
the
the
trade does
patience.
not go your way right away all the time. A lot of the times it do. Last week, all 4 trades that I called hit on the Monday, right out the gate,
Yeah.
right? So that was a benefit. Right?
Yeah.
And this week, 2 of them already hit.
You have to learn to take profit
Correct. Learning to
because
scale out.
this is a thing. If you're swing trading, you have to know certain levels to make sure that you're
Correct.
taking profit because not all the time you will get the full move.
Yes.
And if you don't have time on your contract, it will hit a certain level or some type of resistance level and pull back and it doesn't hit your full target. So when the time is working against you as well with swing trades, right? So as swing traders, you also have to have the patience. You also have to have the wits to withhold. So you have to be able to know that, all right, in this trade, you're gonna be up and down. But up and down, it's different with Forex with futures than up and down in options because time is working against you.
Yeah.
When you're talking about becoming a trader versus a day trader, it looks different depending on what you're trading. If you're trading futures or Forex, it looks a little bit different than if you're trading options because you need to take profit because that time, each day that goes by, your contract data is working against you. So at what point do you take profit? Because
Yeah.
you could be up the first day, you could be up 50% on that trade
Mhm.
because you have a lot of time and you have a lot of momentum in that direction. But then 3 days of drawbacks and just consolidation, now you're not up. Now you're back at break even or you could be down because now time is working against you. So then afterwards, what happens is on the move up, now getting back to that level, you're not going to be up the same amount because the theta is working against you. So you have to learn how to take profit when it comes to trading options, even if you scale out of your trade, but do something.
The risk is a lot more on the day trading side versus the swing trade because we could both get into the same trade and I'm going for the swings, he's going for the day trade. And that pullback on a day trader can really be detrimental. Whereas that pullback on me could just be a small percentage right before we are able to make the full move. So the risk really, there's a different, I mean, we're not deterring you from going day trading or to go to swing
Yeah,
trading. It's just figuring out which one fits your lifestyle, and figuring out who is this for, right? So
yeah,
for a swing trader like myself, I would say it's for the busy people, the people that are working a 9 to 5 that are not able to sit at a computer screen, but you're able to say, you know what, my alert went in. I looked over the chart. I'm getting in. I'm buying time, right? And I give you the busy trader blueprint so you guys have an idea of what you need. What does that look like to be a swing trader? What do you need to do nightly on your lunch break? In the morning, I give you things that you need to follow because it's not that difficult. It's really about setting alerts, watching things, and you can go about. We have people who are dentists, we have people who drive truck, we have people who are running global meetings, we have people in the military, all within our, program, and they're making it work. So if they can make it work, you can make it work. If it's not day trading, then come over to swing trading. But don't make excuse about your time because there is something for everyone in there.
yeah. You just have to, it all depends on you. Regardless of swing trading or day trading, you have to think about what fits you best.
Yes,
Because being a day trader, you still can have the time in the world and still be a swing trader because again, it's less stress. Some people can't take the back and forth,
yeah,
the being up 10%, being down 5% in space of a couple of seconds. Some people can't take that movement. So it's
yes,
best if they just do swing trading because again, when you swing trade, yes, you're looking for a smaller percentage, or your percentage might not be as big, but at the same time, you're using more capital as well.
correct.
So using more capital on a day trade, you're risking a lot more than if you were supposed to do swing trade as well. For day trades, it's a matter of being disciplined in your trades.
Mhm.
It's a matter of, all right, I have the free time, but at the moment that I'm in profit or when it hit a certain target for me, am I taking the profit?
Yeah,
And you will see that when you're trading, right? If you're saying, listen, I'm taking 20% on this trade, then take 20%.
yeah,
If I'm taking it up to this level, what if it doesn't get to that level? Are you going to watch it come back down and then put you in a negative?
mhm,
You get what I'm saying? This is not again forex. This is not futures. This is options. So when you're in profit, you might want to trail. You might want to do certain things. So when you're day trading or scalping, you're in and out of that trade. Scalpers is period. You're looking for profit, right? Swing traders, if a sense where oh my trade is going against me, but did it break your structure? If you enter on a 15-minute candle, did it break your structure as far as a 15-minute?
yeah.
If it break your structure, get out. It wasn't a swing trade to begin with. It was a day trade.
Yeah, as a day trader, if you're deciding to go that particular right, I would say set a time frame for you to trade. So everybody who trades live with us knows that we trade from 9:30 to 11 o'clock. That is our time frame for trading. So even though we know that sometimes the trade will have a bigger move on a day trade, we're still going to take our profits and go because the whole thing is we don't want this to be a 9 to 5.
Yeah,
It's all about the freedom for us. So if we can get 50%, 100% within 15 minutes, we're going to take it and we're going to go about our day and we're going to be okay with our profits.
yeah,
And you have to be okay with
yeah,
your profits. You have to be saying, you know what? I only traded for 15 minutes. What am I mad about? I gave 15 minutes to the market. I made 30%. I made 141%, whatever it looks like, right? Because we did 141% on Mu, right, on Thursday. And we were able to say, you know what? I'm good for the day. I'm
yeah,
about to go enjoy the rest of my day. So, and just be all right with that. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't watch what other people are doing. There's a lot of mistakes that you can make when coming into options. And one of the mistakes that I see online a lot is the easy money mindset. Thinking, oh, this is easy money. I'm just going to throw some money on here. You don't have no knowledge, you have no experience, you don't have no guidance, none of that. And you think it's just easy money until you get clapped.
I
And
would
that
s-
easy money becomes no money.
I would say profits is
Profits
profits.
is profit.
Today was a day where we started a challenge. So we started a challenge called the Elfrida Challenge, where I'm doing 10% only on QQQ, right? 10%, right? And that looks different over a period of time.
Yes.
Now, for me, the thing what we're doing with this is once we hit 10%, I put a trailing stop at that 10%. Right. Now, I'm doing the account live. So I'm everything you're seeing live, but we also have our separate account that we trade the QQQ in as well. So you're talking about as soon as that hit 10%, I'm putting my trailing stop there,
Yeah.
right? Does it work sometimes? No, I gotta figure out something. But today was an opportunity that it went up to what 17%, and I ended up getting out at like 8 or 9%, 8.7%, right? But then right afterwards, the trade went for 140%.
Yeah.
Now you could look at it as, man, I could have made 140%.
Yes.
Or it could have been like, listen, you know what? The trade could have went against me as well. So at the end of the day, when you're taking profit, be okay with your profit. Like today, even though it was 8%, I'm okay with the profit. I didn't end in green, but
You
did it
mean you didn't end in red?
I didn't end in red. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, uh, sometimes you look at it and it could be like,
Y'all ask me why he's mad, because that's a small account challenge that he's doing with the
yeah,
group, right?
yeah.
The
So
main account, we made 30%.
yeah.
There's nothing to be mad for.
So and you have to remind yourself that, right? But it's just being disciplined in your trades.
Yes.
And when you're disciplined in your trades, you can wake up any single day and take a trade and know that, yo, you know what? I can take 10% out this market every single day
Yeah.
if I choose to.
Yes. So guys, just don't overtrade, have some risk management. But the whole thing is about being consistent, right? And having some type of discipline. And so that's what we stress a lot on because like he said, if you can take 20, 30% out the market every day, what are we mad about?
Yeah.
Right? And trust me, there's days where it's a whole lot more than that. Hopefully, this video helped you guys. Don't forget, if you want to trade live, we do trade live Monday through Friday together as a group. You can either sign up for the weekly or the monthly, or if you have no experience at all and you are green and you want someone to help guide you throughout this process, we do offer a mentorship just as well. All of that stuff will be linked in the description below, but make sure that you are journaling and you are documenting your trade so you know what you're doing good and where you're doing bad. And so you have some kind of groundwork to work on.
Yeah. Apart from that, guys, thanks for watching.
Yes, we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.